Hello, Monday it is. It's the 3rd of February. We're just rolling right along, aren't we? Just getting up here. I've got actually have kind of a day for me, kind of a busy day. Um, Turns out I have just a little bit of adjustments to make on the dance piece. I met up with the leader of the dance troupe last night and saw what they're doing so far. It's like I'm really just thrilled, really thrilled to be a part of it, and really happy that the music that I wrote. Yeah, it is music. It's partially mainly sound, but it's also a thematic thing that I wrote is working for them. But I have to make some minor adjustments for them, which I'll do today. I want to give thanks about things that are going on, but I also before that want to just acknowledge what we're just the reality of life that we're dealing with, which is that the time never stops moving, and so we keep losing loved ones. Some famous, some not so famous, some not famous at all. They all count to someone. I would hope. But we just lost Andy Gill of Gang of Four. I used to own the album Entertainment, their first album, and it was influential. I sold it long ago. But that album was so influential to me that my band Digital Sex, which was an important band in my history, it was the first band that I started myself, where I endeavored to do original music and take myself seriously, thinking that I could do something. But the bands that I chose to cover, who inspired me, were the bands Joy Division, Wire, XTC, Gang of Four, The Cure. We used to cover Natural's Not In It. And for a minute I thought I'd try to dig up one to play, but a recording of us doing it. We did it well, especially musically. We played it really hard. And it was one of those songs that we would often use as an encore as the last song, because it would just get the audience so worked up. Andy Gill, the guitarist, who passed away, was the same age as me. They played in Omaha not that long ago, and for a number of reasons I did not make the show. I'm sorry I didn't. Yesterday, like I've said before, I'm not an organized sports fan. I'm actually anti-organized sports. The dumbing down of the world. It's not that we can't enjoy these things, but it's been used against us. Organized sports has been used against. I firmly see this. It's not a belief. I see it. It's been used against the progress of the common person. So, during the Super Bowl, while I'm playing records, I get the news that Ivan Krall, best known from the Patti Smith group, passed away. We're all getting old. I got to meet Ivan years ago when I met Patti Smith group when they came through town. At that time, the persons that were of interest to me were Patti Smith and Lenny Kaye, so I spent the most time with them. But I did hang out with Ivan as well. Rest in peace, Ivan. Okay. How are you all doing? You can let me know. So a little bit more about the Adult Swim thing, then I'll show you some records I've been playing. The Adult Swim thing came about through friendship and music. My friend who's on the production team of that show, David, had moved to Omaha for a while. He was originally from Atlanta. But we ended up hooking up here because he had a friend, Dereck, who started the band Tilly and the Wall. They were childhood friends, and Dereck had moved here and had started the band Tilly and the Wall, and they were doing things, and David sort of followed his lead and came here and started some things, did some music. He had the band Coyote Bones. I play on both of their records. I performed with them live. But while he was here, he we hung out a lot. He, myself, and Nick Fackler of Icky Blossoms and Indrima. And basically, what David is doing now in Atlanta, he dreamed up here at my house, sitting on my couch. We talked about it, his ideas of going to MTV and Adult Swim with these ideas, years ago, not fantasizing, but trying to put it together, what they were going to do. And both David and Nick, sure enough, followed their dreams. Well, me too, but that has a lot to do with why this has come this way for me. I'm really thankful for the opportunity, and I just intend to just carry on doing what I do, because this opportunity is the result of me doing something that I thought should be happening a long time ago. I put out the intention quite a while ago that what would be the ultimate job for me, what would be the perfect job for Dereck? Getting paid to be me. And that's what this boils down to. And I'm happy about that. But the other thing I'll say is whatever happens, I'm thankful for what happened. Because I'm fine right now. I have what I need, and I am not out trying to get rich. Don't care. If I can make some money and improve my life, that'd be great. But friendship before business. Do I sound like a fool? Friendship, love, family, life, art, music over business. Because the opposite is what we're living in. Business over everything else. And look at what's happening. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay, some music I played. Catherine Wheel, Cats and Dogs. I decided I have the original on 10-inch, but I just said, well, heck, I have this. Play it. It's pretty, but let's see how it sounds. It's good pressing. I like their version of Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd on here. But I just love Catherine Wheel. I really think this is one of the best bands ever. And they just didn't have that little something that I think is sex appeal. They didn't have the sex appeal to make it big. I think that's it, because the music and the words, too. The words, it's there. Played this last night. Last thing I played before I went to bed. Miroslav Tadic, David Philipson, and John Bergamo. Braca is the name of this. I'll bet some of you have come across this in the cutouts. There's that cutout hole. Yep. On the CMP label. Because there are no names on this, so it's one that gets passed over, and apparently when they put it out, they didn't market it well enough to get it to be played. This is wonderful. Percussion driven, primarily. Percussion. Bands, I can't even say the names. This is beautiful. And flute. Wooden flute. Beautiful. Braca. There's the names. All you got to do is pause the video to see this stuff, because if you can't understand me, just pause the video. Amorphous Androgynous came up recently in a conversation, so I pulled this. Apparently this album is kind of hard to find on vinyl, the Isness. This is really cool. It's psychedelic and something completely different, which is what I liked about Future Sound of London. They did strike me as being something different. Future Sound of London, and this is them in that bag. It goes backward and forward at the same time. Really good. Played this love reggae, and I love the Abyssinians. Forward. Most of the album is good, but the Rasta prayer, the Rasta sacred chant, Satamasagana, is on here. Their version is like a standard, and it's fantastic. Abyssinians, the brothers, doing it for real, singing songs of freedom French band, Ange, Le Cimetière des Harlequins. This album is as good as the cover. Okay, that's just an awesome cover, isn't it? Isn't that just an awesome album cover? The music lives up to it. It does. It's in the Genesis vein, but it's French, and so therefore, yes, I'll say because they're French, it sounds wholly unique. Really an excellent album. Brainbox. Jan Ackerman of Focus started out in this band, but this is after he left the band. This album, Parts, 1972. This is really good. There's a bluesiness to it, but they always take it and make it progressive on this album. This is way better than I remembered. I've had this album for many years. I've neglected to play it a lot, just on memory. And then yesterday, it's like I played this thing twice. Chameleons. As you know, I played with Mark Burgess. Played side one all the way through. Well, no, I played the whole. This is 2 records. This is the 2-record version. Played Strange Times as a classic. It was not engineered the best, but this is a classic. These songs, Mark Burgess, what a wonderful guy. He's been here in this very room with me. I played some great records because I pulled some A's. The A section of my records is in my bedroom because I'm out of room. And I forget what I have. Aardvark. This is one that was given to me, I think, Carrie? No, I don't have her right name. From Poland. Anita. I think, did you send this to me, Anita? Someone sent this to me. I could hardly believe it. The original of this album, Aardvark, goes for $600 up. This is a reissue. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. This is a really good, psychedelic, almost Canterbury sounding album from the early 70s. This is really good. Really excellent. Another album that is better than I remembered it, that someone sent me, is this, Anyone's Daughter, a German progressive band, Adonis. Now what got me about this was I was listening to it yesterday, and then they got to this part where they went into a fusion Mahavishnu part. I thought to myself, oh my goodness, these guys can really play. I mean, it was really quick and very tasty, the changes they were playing. Anyone's Daughter, Adonis. The last thing I'll show, because I want to keep this short, is I've been getting into Wire. Wire has a new album that I want to get. I love Wire, but it caused me to go back and play these, because these, I bought them and then put them away before really getting into the album Send and the EP Read and Burn that goes with it. And this is really good. This is a hard charging album. Really hard. I love the band Wire. I could keep going, but I'm going to stop here. I'm going to upload that promo that was made by Adult Swim using, they'd ask me to, when I make my little 1-minute videos for them, to make that announcement, and then they did the post-production. But when Adult Swim comes here to do the show, they'll be bringing their crew, so it'll be, professional quality, camera work, etc. But I'll be probably running that again like a video, just to remind folks. And here's something else. I'm being real upfront of this because that's the appeal. This is the reason why this is happening, is because I'm real. So they have been floating these ideas to me about the show, and one of them was actually this script. Actually, a couple of scripts. The script that I read for the promo, which I did my own way. Then they have this other script that they were wanting me to read in conjunction with the promo, talking about the doctor is in, call Dr. Dereck. I would never say some shit like that, and so that's how I'm rolling with this. You can consider me the doctor, but I wouldn't call myself the doctor's in the house, Dr. Dereck. I'm not going to play this for cheap laughs. There's plenty of humor in how I do things. I'm staying real. So I'll be running the promo again, or just go back to see the number. But on the 14th, on Valentine's Day, you can talk to me. You can call on the premise of the show, which is, love advice, and I'll give you some music advice, which really is just not me. Because what are people looking for on Valentine's Day? Love songs. Do I listen to the songs for the words? No. This is going to be interesting. Call in, talk to me. That's the main thing. Just call in and talk to me on that day. I'll see you.